This is New Beater 5 here, my second commentating. My last one was quite laggy, I don't even know why, but we have a game between Movie and Major, and Movie, one of the famous Protoss players who made to the OSL, I think, I'm not too sure, and Major, who's quite an old player, but never really on the pro gaming scene, because, he's not really such a great player, but, I've seen him play, which is, his plays are pretty impressive. And, I don't really quite know this map well. I mean, I saw the map preview before I, took a look at this match, and it's a four-player map, and it's kind of like Python, I guess. And you can rush, you can, always fast expand. Either way, Movie being like the aggressive kind of player he is, he's actually pretty unpredictable right now. I mean, he can always go like 13 Nexus or maybe a two-gate Reaver, two-gate, DT build. You never know what he can do. And Major, on the other hand, probably would just do like a standard one-fact expand, which is you make one factory and then leave one SCV on gas, and then make a command center really quickly. And that's what most Terran, or pretty much all the Terrans do for economic benefits. And little more background about Movie. He lost to Flash in the finals of whatever the league he was in, and ever since then, like pro leagues just kind of ended, and I don't even see him around nearly as often. It looks like Movie is actually going to go for like a 12 or 13 Nexus, which is, I would say it's pretty safe. I mean, it's a four-player map. The chances of them scouting you is 1 out of 3. As you can see, Major is not doing something crazy like 14 CC. He's just going to go standard Berg factory, just in case, if Protoss expands, you can just use your factory to do like a vulture harass, or if they push, you can always make like a tank or something to defend. So either way, it's a very safe build to do in a PvT matchup. But when you do like a 13 Nexus, you're very sustainable to early mid pushes. But once you get the economy going, you will start to dominate. Especially after you hold off like a two factory and a 4 factory push, which is it's pretty much like a timing attack. It looks like Major is actually going to expand. As you can see, he's taking the SCV off of his gas, leaving just one SCV in there to get enough gas to make the add-on and the tank and the upgrade, which is really standard. Just temporarily take off the SCVs off of gas just to make sure that he gets some more minerals to make that command center. But I mean, once he's actually scouting across the map after not seeing his opponent's first try. So maybe he wants to do some damage. Maybe he did like one of those kind of like timing practices. As soon as he goes up north, doesn't see anybody, goes south to see if there's someone who's next to you. If they're next to you, and they're expanding, obviously you can just make that vulture quickly. And that's probably what he's going to do instead of fast expanding. As you can see, he's actually making the Marines in the barrack, which he wasn't doing earlier. And probably just do like a timing attack with the Marine and the Vulture. As you can see, he's got 2 Marines out attacking, and probably bringing some SCVs. Well, as you can see, Movie is actually just doing like a standard Cybercore 1 gate, which is actually not really standard, because this kind of play is risky against a Vulture attack, which is exactly what he's doing, and bringing several SCVs as well. Just barely putting out his second gateway. I would actually go gates and then cybernetics core, or just cyber gates, and without producing a lot of probes, because you can always catch up towards the end. And as you can see, it's like a 7 SCV plus 3 Marines and the Vulture versus 2 Zealots. No way Movie is gonna win this battle. Probably even going to lose his Nexus. As you can see, actually that was not a bad block by Major, and have forced to retrieve those pros back, and it's probably going to lose that Nexus. As you can see, that Dragoon is barely coming out, and the range upgrade is probably just started just now, which is very bad for Movie at this point. But maybe he can do something crazy. I would just, if I see this kind of play, I would just go quick DTs and just rush in. But it looks like movie is just going to probably go for go get like another gateway, or maybe even go for robotics, just to try to play it out. I mean, personally, I do not want to go robotics. I hate, Reaver micro against siege tanks with turrets. That's just ridiculous. Especially like when you have like a slow shuttle, and Dragoons aren't even range upgrade at this point. You can easily do. Oh, nice, pretty good probe micro there, but I think Major caught on that. Maybe, I don't know what Major's doing. He should be expanding by this point. I mean, he's still probably sitting on one factory, which he shouldn't be. Once you have the advantage and you have to contain on the Protoss, might as well just expand. I mean, that's what I see most of the Terran players do nowadays. But it looks like movie is probably going to try to go for like a Reaver, micro. Hopefully take out some more SCVs. But as you can see, the Major actually has the mine upgrade, which is huge, because now Protoss can't even move out at all. Well, he's just containing his base, and that tank is going to heavily do a lot of damage to those Dragoons, because it's just that +1 range really matters a lot. As you can see, he's just gonna kind of peek out a little bit, try to do some damage, but I don't see much can be done at this moment. And Major is still not expanding. Probably sitting on like 600, 800 mineral at this moment. Okay, he finally expanded on the minimap, but kind of sloppy play right there by Major. Probably kind of excited, but it looks like using that first Zealot to absorb the mine hits, but only blowing up one, and kind of losing another Dragoon on top of that was kind of hurt the movie a lot. I would rather have like 2 or 3 Zealots at a time and then push out, but those SCVs there are always repairing those 4 Marines inside that bunker, which does a lot of damage to those Dragoons. And it looks like another push is gonna happen. Takes out another Marine, not bad. Takes out that mine as well, and those tanks are just going to do lots of damage. Looks like try to push out, but it looks like movie is taking way too much damage. Probably losing another 2 Dragoons. Oh my goodness, losing 4 Dragoons and not even being able to kill that one tank. And now another tank comes in reinforcement, and the siege mode should be almost done now. And movie's just desperate. Try to probably make probably try to go for like a drop with a two Zealot and the Reaver build. And looks like he just picked up a Pro, probably Ninja Expand, which is really not a good idea. I mean, you invest a lot into like a Ninja expansion, but really, if that gets killed, it really will kill you. As you can see, Major is actually sitting on 2 bases now, and Protoss always wants to be a base ahead of Terran, especially mid-game, early mid-game, and towards the late game, you want to be 2 or 3 bases ahead of time, because just Terran is 6 factory is just too powerful. You can't win with 6 gate versus 6 factory. Just purely on number and firepower, you're not going to win overall. It looks like movie is going to try to do a counterattack, bring those 4 Dragoons over, maybe go around, do some damage, and with the 2 Zealots and the Reaver and in the dropship, he can actually deal a lot of damage. As you can see, that Major actually does not have a lot of defense in his base, and reinforcing most of his units to the containment. But looks like he's pulling back those 3 tanks, hopefully catching the Dragoons off guard. But looks like they're actually going to get picked off. Oh my goodness, 1 tank goes down, another one very low on health, probably get picked off as well. And those Dragoons are actually doing a lot of damage. Took out 2 tanks starting off, which is 1 Dragoon for 2 tanks is just amazing. And looks like he's just going to drop that Reaver in there, deal some damage. Oh my goodness, 6 SCVs, 7 SCVs going down with that 1 hit. That's huge. Those Dragoons will probably go. Actually, those Dragoons might not go down, and another tank is probably going to go down. And that Reaver inside that Terran's base, and it looks like Protoss is going to try to push out at this point. And oh my goodness, taking out another 3 SCVs. Maybe taking out another one. That's 11 kills on that Reaver alone. That's crazy. I mean, it's 13 kills now. He can actually come back into this game, no problem. And it looks like he's going to take out another one before that SCV finally finish it off. But 14 SCV kills. That's 700 minerals right there. And no mining. It looks like Protoss was able to push out to the breakthrough and goes to his ninja base. But I think it was kind of early because the bunker actually gets a scout on that, and the Major still has some vultures, maybe doing some damage, and the wall should be tight, the pylon wall, but you can always do the mine trick, which is you plant a mine right next to it, and hopefully that your vulture just passes through like that. Oh my goodness, it got through. That's going to do a lot of damage to Movie's economy, which is what he doesn't want to do, but he should be continue to pressure the main base of Major just to deal some more damage. I mean, that Reaver already did enough damage, and hopefully that Vulture dies pretty soon. I mean, it looks like Movie is actually taking several hits and attacking the main base, and it looks like there's only one siege tank there, and that's going to be huge. There's like 7 Dragoons and the Reaver coming through. Oh my goodness, that siege tank is going to go down from that Reaver. Oh, this is huge. It looks like Movie can actually just break through base just purely on just number of Dragoons that he saved up, And even though he made a mistake in the beginning, not making enough units and losing several Dragoons to the tanks trying to breaking out. But look, that one Reaver was game determining and taking out more SCVs, maybe taking out just even more units overall, Looks like, Major is trying desperately to stay in the game with that one siege tank, which is really not going to do much against 7, 8 Dragoons and that one Reaver. I mean, look, it really can't do much. And looks like Movie's taking his third base as well, and probably just macro up. Looks like, Major just smiled. I mean, he almost had the game, but he kind of just threw it away towards the end. But look, both players played really well, especially Movie, who just miraculously came back after losing so many units and the expansion in the beginning, and Major probably just hating himself. But it's game, it's pro gaming. You can't just like that. And there's GG. Hopefully you like this commentate, and thank you very much for listening to me again. I will update very soon.